girlies, welcome back for another video, and if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I hope you stay a while. We are going to get straight into it. As I do, you know my nails are already prepped, got my base coat on as well as a peel off base coat, and we will be doing the lazy girl method. So I am just going to prep my nails, and I am using the, I always forget these, I think they're the Extreme Square by Nail Couture, but I'm just going to put a little bit of APRES primer inside of these. And I know they make a primer specifically for etching your nails, but I don't have any issues with using this. And the bottle is so big, like I know sometimes you don't want to waste certain things, but you don't use a whole lot of it, so it's really not that big of a deal. So just get these nice and coated. And I bust out my little mini lamp here just because it's easier to cure one finger at a time, and then I will be using the pink press-on gel from Nail Couture. And then if you are doing these nails for the first time or you don't do them often, I would suggest that you use less product than you think you're going to need to start out with, because as you can see here, you always want to start at a 45-degree angle and then press to the tip. And here I felt like I didn't have enough product, so then I can go back and add just a bit more. And then we can get that nice clean coverage all the way to the free edge. So, of course, your nails are different sizes, so it really, you just have to do it to kind of be able to eyeball how much product you're supposed to use. Because I would rather go back and add more than having to clean up too much spilling out or having to file, and it's not good for your skin to be repeatedly curing this stuff onto your skin. So and just some inside baseball. I do use this little pin light. I do hold it in my mouth, but I cure at the cuticle for about 5 seconds before I place it into the mini lamp for a full cure. And then next comes some very light filing. That's why it behooves you to make the application process as clean as possible, because then really this is more about kind of correcting your shape a bit. Sorry if you heard that. That was my dog banging on the door to get in. But yeah, what was I saying? Anyway, the filing is just to pull your sidewalls in, you know, if you like that really snatched look, to get rid of the full cover nail vibes. You just kind of want to thin out the nail there before you add your product on top. And then finally I will go across the cuticle just very lightly, just to take a little bit of the bulk out in that area and just get it a bit more flush. Again, to get rid of the full cover nail look. And the polish I will be using today, and I wasn't going to go into detail about this because I didn't think they sold it anymore, but I'm just now realizing that I thought this was an OPI polish and it's gelish. So maybe that's why I couldn't find it anywhere, but I believe it's called Primrose or something like that, but it'll be linked in the description below if I do find it, but that's kind of hilarious. I've had this polish for maybe 3 years at this point, and it's just the perfect translucent pink. And I'm sure it's a pretty basic color that you can find in most polish brands these days, but at the time, I swear, it was so difficult just trying to find a natural polish. But I love this because you can put it over clear tips or natural tips, and it gives you, again, a natural look. Gives you that natural nails grown out sort of vibe, but that's what I was going for. I had a basic idea in my head for what I was trying to do with these nails. I've seen the little celestial metal golden studs on the nails going around, and I just thought it was really cute, really simple, but still you know, blingy and extravagant enough to make me actually want to keep my nails on for longer than a few days, because I'm trying to give my nail beds a break here. So yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. Really simple, basic, you know, powder over the polish, add some glitter, put some rhinestones and some embellishments on, and you're done. So, and like I said, I could leave these nails just like this. I love the way that looks, but of course, you know, we're gonna decorate them. So I'm just gonna add a bit of top coat onto these first before I use this little Macart stick in Spectrum. It's like a little nail powder situation. It's got the little lid has a sponge in it, or maybe it's the other way around. But anyway, there's a little sponge and a little pot of powder inside of the stick. And as long as, I know people were saying that they didn't really like the applicators on that, but I think it's more so that you have to clean the nails off first. I think that's why I never really got into the nail powders before, is because I didn't know that even if you weren't using a no wipe top, even if you were using a no wipe top coat, you still have to wipe the nails down with a bit of alcohol before you go in with your powder. And I swear that has fixed any issue I've ever had with powder sticking to my nails. So I think I got that tip from Femi Beauty. But here we go. Just wipe them down with some alcohol. I don't know why I sang that, sorry. And then go in with this stick. I will say, not for the reasons of the application, but more so because of how many times you have to dip back into the little stick, and it's like you have to halfway screw the thing back in to be able to get enough powder onto the sponge. So I would say just using it in general is a bit inconvenient, but the application is fine. But here we go. We got a very gorgeous sort of rosy gold, kind of soft velvet, you know, it's kind of giving me lingerie vibes. I don't know. And I make sure to take my time to ensure that every little bit is covered. And then going over top of that with this gel polish in Pop Tart, and that is from the Femi Beauty Macart collaboration. And after curing that, we are on to the fun part. I've just pulled out a selection of moons and stars and little flares and such, and of course all of this is from AliExpress. Either that or now at this point Shein, as they've been added to my list of websites that I need to stop spending so much money on. But I will be using my Art Rhinestone Glue. And I'm just going to apply that over the entire nail and spread it out, and then put a layer of top coat over that. Just because I'm going to be covering the entire nail, or it's kind of going to be everywhere, so I don't want to try and have to top coat around stuff and not go over my rhinestones, even though apparently you're supposed to be able to top coat over your rhinestones and then it flakes off the next day, but I just didn't want to try it on these because I wanted them to be cute, you know? And then without curing this while it's still wet, I'm just going to go in and add my embellishments. And like I said, it's just going to be the gold pieces, and then in between I'm just going to add the rhinestones for a little bit of sparkle. And then I always wipe down the sidewalls before curing. and the finished result. I absolutely love the way these turned out. The pink with the shimmer and the sparkle and the gold and the champagne rhinestones. It's all so pretty together. And of course, I put in some phone shots, just because you can get a better sparkle from the rhinestones, and the picture itself just looks clearer. I feel like you can see the nails better. But yes, you can't quite see it, but there is a bit of a green shift to these as well from the powder. But yes, I love these. If you guys enjoyed this set, then give me a like and a comment down below. And until next time.